Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about something I haven't mentioned on this channel, and it's about my health. I don't think I have. I may have. If I put it on the right channel, I'll have more than one. But it goes back to before I was a kid in kindergarten. I would say at kindergarten, I noticed it. Me and another little girl in kindergarten, where they had the restrooms, it was a private kindergarten. We had our classes over one building, then we had to walk to the restrooms, and they were separated. They were separate, and I don't think they had doors on the stalls. But anyway, me and we had, like kids do, they line up to go to the restroom out near the restroom. And me and this other little girl, we looked at one another and said, "We're different." And we're different. We were both very tall. And I would imagine if she's still alive, she's very tall. I don't even remember her name. But we went through school all the way through graduation, I think, together. And she was tall and lean, and I was tall and round. I mean, it's not totally round, I would say. But anyway, the height, the really quick growth, and all this stuff. And it basically, in the year 2000, I'm 58, so do the math. In the year 2000, I was told, I went to the hospital with pancreatitis. It was a medication I was on. Apparently I was allergic, or not allergic, but my pancreas couldn't handle it, or whatever it was. I was in there for 10 days, 2 weeks, somewhere around there. Knocked out. They had me knocked out. And basically they did a CT, and the CT showed that I have an adrenal disorder. Let me tell you, that has been a trip. That was in the year 2000. This is 2021. And 2000, what they did, from what I remember, that's a long time ago, they sent me to some doctor. I think she was an endocrinologist, and and I told her, they had sent all the work, and she was just like, I remember her being very angry, like angry toward me, and said something like, many women just wish they had an adrenal disorder, kind of like, you're not deserving of it. Well, no, I'm not deserving of it, and nobody should be deserving of it. It's a really bad thing. It causes a lot of problems. And anyway, then I got sent to another one, something, I don't remember how it all went out. I don't remember his name, but I do remember him saying that I have some of the features of one of them, the diseases that they go from there with, but not totally. And after that, 2004, I had a regular doctor. The radiologist did it. They found it too, and she said she thought it was something different. And no doctor since then has really taken it seriously. She told me that they told her, the radiologist or whoever, I don't remember radiologist, told her that it's inoperable where it is. It would be too risky. So basically, I was told I have to deal with it. Plain and simple. And all the problems that come along with it. And believe me, there are a lot of problems that come along with it. So, anyway, 2 Saturdays ago, I wound up in the ER again this year. This time it was because my dog, my puppy dog, he's a big puppy dog, he kicked me in the stomach, the midsection on the left side. Went to the hospital. I told them about that, and they were like, yeah, they were young, and the ER, and they were, just like I've seen so many doctors, so many healthcare professionals, like they don't believe it. Like they think any overweight woman, because I will always be overweight, as I was told, not obese, but always overweight, but they think that any of them are simply lying because they don't want to diet and exercise. It's not true. As I was told by the endocrinologist I saw, and other doctors, that I have a set weight, and I will never be anything but around that weight. Okay, that weight. And all the diets and exercise and everything will not make me lose the weight. Okay, I have to eat. So, and it was never anything about me overeating, like people always said that don't have a filter. They would say, if you eat like a bird, so why are you so fat? Or so big. Something you wouldn't believe what I've heard over the years. But anyway, so I haven't mentioned that. And this is something that I'm going through now because, like I said, 2 Saturdays ago, today is Thursday. They saw that in the hospital, and the PA she seemed like she was totally embarrassed. That she said, well, yeah, I did see that you do have that. Anyway, since then it's been kind of a bit of a whirlwind in a way. Yesterday I made an appointment. I had seen my doctor. Yesterday they did the telemed over the phone to give me my results from my test. They sent it immediately to this endocrinologist. I had already called, and I had to do the paperwork online, and I'm going to have a phone. Well, it's not really over the phone. It's kind of like Zoom or something like that, whatever they call that, med. Okay, and in a couple weeks from yesterday. Whew, it's been a lot. Okay, I moved back to this spot. There was no shade. It is 1:20 right now, 1:23 p.m. in the middle of the day at Heat, Texas. Okay, north of Dallas. It's 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So, hey, I'm getting some shade right now. Wow, cloud cover. But it'll get hot anyway. My phone, it's on the mount on the windshield. And anyway, where was I? What was I talking about even? I was hoping that as I was going out, a delivery truck, I don't remember which one it is, I think FedEx, the person driving, let me turn so they could turn because the road is narrow at the end of another one. And then I saw Prime, I think it was, a delivery truck, both of them going down this way. I was thinking, okay, I'm expecting a package today. It's got to be one of them. Maybe it's one of them. But what I had thought about before then was when each time today I've walked up the front door, I remember I'm going to have a package delivered. I'm social distancing, and when I walk out from my house to my SUV, I don't wear a mask. It's just like a few steps, really. And so I'm kind of afraid I'm going to run into one. It's happened, not to me, but it's happened to Adam more than once, several times. But with me, what's happened is that I go and get in my SUV and do a video like this, and sitting out in my SUV in front of my house, and I'm also usually sometimes in front of other places, but when I do it, one of those, it's happened a few times, they run up to drop off the package, and I'm sitting here and they have to run past me to go to the door because it's right to my left, and they run through and to drop it, and it makes me jump. I don't scream, it just makes me jump. And then I let them know I'm in here so they don't jump, because they didn't see me apparently when they were running through. And the bad thing is, during the time here in Texas it was mandated that they wear face coverings, they never were. I think one time, and it happened a few times, one time it was mandated. Okay, you're going on to somebody else's property. Yeah, it's just well, we're going to have to people need to start getting used to that there are manners involved in this kind of thing. You go up to somebody's door, you go up to their property, be wearing a mask. It's not all about you. Believe me. Anyway, I think I ran through the Reader's Digest version about my health and all. And I function. I mean, it's not. And one of the things I did a video on one of my channels, it was about it's kind of like other people have the secret about me. They're the ones who see me and and whatever. But it's not just always consciously on my mind. It has to be every day because I have to watch what I eat every day, and because the health condition itself makes me hungry all the time. So I am hungry all the time. I have to monitor what I eat. Not let myself have that, and it also causes type 2 diabetes, and I have that, and it's not under control, and I have to watch what I eat all day long. And then in the middle of the night, I have a bad thing of waking up in the middle of the night, and I've been eating in my sleep. Got choked the last time. I've gotten choked before. I'm sound asleep. I'm sleep eating. I used to sleepwalk when I was a kid, and now I'm sleep eating. Okay, and it means I do go and get the food, so there's a sleepwalking component to it. And I'm a social and behavioral scientist, by the way. Just got a lot of things, but Yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on it. Now, I want to mention this because I also want to do a video about that has a whole question to other people. If you have some kind of a, I don't want to call them disabilities. I'm not going to, for some people it is a challenge. It depends on how you understand the word challenge. Like you're challenged in some way. And I mean, I could just say health condition, whatever it is. I mean, I tend to call it a difference. Okay, I'm different. I'm different than, so are other people. They're different from what some would think of as the norm, that biologically or mentally, biologically, whatever way, that the healthcare professionals would see as more the norm. You see what I'm saying? Not just we think, but they think, the actual scientists think. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Right? A few other things I haven't mentioned. Some of the symptoms of it were very similar. Well, I can mention that in another video, but some of them are like tiredness, fatigue, insomnia. These I have. I don't know about tiredness maybe, but there's depression and anxiety. I don't have the depression. I do have the anxiety. Well, I have panic disorder, actually. I even suffered, when I was younger, from agoraphobia twice. Once when I was 28, and another time when I was 33. And I think it was both times I was a student. I think the second one I was a graduate student, I think. The first time I was in the class taking a final exam, and I think it was question number 61 on the final exam. That was when I was an undergrad, about to get my degree. I married first, then went to school, and I had a panic attack, big time, and that's when it just kept getting worse. And they let me see the university. I don't know if she was a counselor or what, but she licensed, and just went on from there. But it's all together, it's all combined. Some of the symptoms are things I experience, and yeah. But anyway, I'm saying all this because I might have to refer to it in another video that I had thought of before thinking of doing this one, and it's just a question about some of the, you'll see. I'm gonna wrap this up because my windshield is hot. Oh man! And even though I blew some cool air on it from my air conditioner, yeah, it's still gonna make this get hot. And all of a sudden, boop! It will go. My camera will stop, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But I do expect to start using this channel more. But with me, whenever I say something like that, I have a channel that I had used for years, and whenever I say that I want to stick to this one thing, something else comes up. And I just did that recently, and that's when I wound up in the hospital, ER. So maybe I should stop saying that. If I were that type of person to believe in stuff like that, I'm not a type of person to believe in stuff like that. So, yeah. But it's really weird, coincidences, but yeah. Anyway, wrapping this one up, I'll talk to you on another video. But what I was going to say is I plan on putting up maybe 2 videos a day. Not really long ones. We'll see. If I'm doing one, I'm doing good, because I hardly ever use this channel. So we'll see. I'll talk to you on the video. Bye.